Our new Canon EF to Nikon Z Fusion adapter allows me to mount a Canon EF lens on a Nikon Z camera with full electronic control of aperture and autofocus. Hey everyone, Sean here with Fotodiox.com, and today we're taking a look at our new Canon EF to Nikon Z Fusion autofocus adapter. This is a brand new adapter we just launched, and we're going to take a closer look at it in today's video, take it out in the field, do some demos with focus in photo and video mode. First off, let me show you how it works. Basically, you just take a Canon EF or EFS lens, line up the red dot on the Canon EF lens with the red dot on the adapter, lock it into place, and then we're just going to mount it on our Nikon Z camera right here. Then we just turn on the camera. And the minute we turn it on, the Nikon Z camera is communicating with the Canon EF lens, and it allows me to autofocus. And it also gives me aperture control, so I can change the aperture electronically. To demonstrate the autofocus, let's photograph this big fella. This is a bootleg Godzilla from back in the day. We just point the camera, boom, just like that, autofocused shot. Really, really simple to use. What's great about this adapter is not only does it work well in photo, it also works well in video, in both AFC, autofocus continuous, and AFF, autofocus full on the Nikon Z camera. Now, the speed of this focus in video mode will definitely be determined by the age and the focus motor of your Canon EF lens. If you get an old Canon EF lens from the early 2000s that was designed really just for photography, and you put it on here and you shoot continuous autofocus, it's not going to be as nice as a more modern Canon EF lens that was designed for shooting video. Let's actually take this combo outside and we're gonna do some on-location photography and video. Okay, we're outside. I've got the 50mm on the Nikon Z. Let's do a quick autofocus video demo. I've got it set to AFF, which is full-time autofocus. First, let's start by pointing at the lake, hitting record. So we are focused on the lake. Now let's zoom over to these leaves, and we quickly autofocus on those. Shift back down to the lake. There we go, pretty fast. Not as fast as a designated video lens, but pretty good autofocus for just basic shooting video. You don't mind it being a little slow. And here is a test of me walking towards the camera. And as you can see, it is tracking me. I'm not gonna get too close because it does have a limited focus range. But yeah, it's very accurate in AFF. I can walk away from the camera. I can walk towards it. Here's another test we did with Alex and Godzilla. As we're panning back and forth, you can see it's focusing on Godzilla, focusing on Alex, and then focusing on the building. We also got a shot of Alex walking towards the camera, walking away. In AFF on this Nikon Z camera, the Canon 50mm lens is doing great. We also took this lens adapter camera combo down to a small downtown area near us with our friend and model Abby. We did a photo shoot with her, and the photos turned out beautiful, and they were all in focus thanks to the Fusion technology built into this adapter. Okay, this 50mm lens works pretty great. Let's break out the big guns though. Let's break out this massive Tamron zoom because it actually works great adapting this lens to the Nikon Z. Pretty huge, quite a beast of a setup. Let's actually take this out to the woods and see what we can capture with it. Here's actually some footage I shot with this setup of bootleg Godzilla in his natural habitat. And as you can see, the autofocus is pretty decent. Even with a third-party lens like this Tamron, the Fusion adapter is fast, efficient, and communicates well with the lens and gets you decent autofocus results. Now you can also use this adapter with Canon EFS APS-C crop lenses. If you use it on a full frame Nikon Z camera, you will get vignetting, but there are Nikon Z cameras that are APS-C, so it's a great combo for those. Plus, if you want to use a crop lens on your full frame Nikon Z, you can always use crop mode, especially with Nikon Z cameras that have a higher megapixel count, easy to crop in and not lose much resolution. There's also a mappable function button on this adapter, so you can map it to do different functions when you press it, like checking focus or toggling grid lines. Just go to the Custom Settings menu, Controls, and Custom Control Assignment, and assign any function you'd like to Lens Function 1, and that function button now controls that function in your camera. Plus, there's a micro USB port for future firmware updates. So why should you get this adapter? Well, if you were a Canon shooter and you have a lot of Canon glass, this is a great adapter if you've switched to Nikon Z and you don't want to lose all those great Canon EF lenses that you own. Rather than selling them, you can just get this adapter and you've basically unlocked all of those lenses for your new Nikon Z system. Plus, if you own a Nikon Z system and there's a specific lens you just can't get in the Nikon Z mount, but it does exist for Canon EF, this is also a great bridge to those lenses as well. Okay, that was a quick look at our new Canon EF to Nikon Z Fusion autofocus adapter. If you have any questions about this adapter, comment below. We'd love to help you out. And click the link in the description below to get one of these adapters for yourself today. Also, click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one. I'm Sean with Fotodiox.com, and thanks for watching.